We planted a tree for a backyard that doesn't exist yet. As first-time homeowners, that's what so much of this season feels like. We're making small choices now for a life we can only picture in the future. And somehow, these ordinary weekends are becoming one of those that feel most like summer. Our weekends have become a mix of familiar routines and projects meant for the future. Baking bread, working outside, and slowly figuring out what we want this new home to become. Sourdough is one of those quiet routines that make the house feel more like ours. It takes time, but it doesn't need much attention. In a way, it feels a lot like everything else we're building here. We've talked about planting trees since before we moved in. The backyard gets full sun all day, and without much shade, it feels hot, open, and unfinished. But today, we're trying to look beyond what is and imagine what could become once everything has had time to grow. We chose a Shademaster honey locust. Someday, it's going to become a wide shade tree with light, airy branches and small leaves that let lacy sunlight filter through. It's seedless, thornless, and in the fall the leaves will turn a beautiful golden yellow. Right now, it's still a small tree in the middle of a very exposed backyard. But planting a tree feels different than most of the projects we've taken on so far. I'm not only thinking about how it looks today, I'm choosing a place for something that will still be growing long after the rest of the yard has changed. Nearly every project back here has reminded us that transforming this space is going to take time. Beneath the grass is compacted Colorado clay, tangled with years of old roots. Nothing comes easily apart and nothing changes overnight. Since moving in, we've been taking it one project at a time. We've cleared away old garden beds, planted pumpkins, started deciding what should stay, what should go, and what to grow in its place. Most days, the yard looks more unfinished than transformed. But every project gives the next one somewhere to begin. It looks small compared to the rest of the yard, but for now, it's another little bit of shade planted for our future selves. While the tree began settling into its new home, the sourdough had been doing its own slow work inside. By the next day, I had several loaves to share with our neighbors, and of course saved one for ourselves. There's something about freshly baked bread that makes the house feel lived in, and slicing into it while it's still warm, it was so good. yeah. Some of it got in there. Oh my gosh. Still a little warm. A little too warm for the crush the back strip. That is very good looking. This turned out really good. Still warm right now, but because it was 4th of July weekend, the evening ended with fireworks over the neighborhood. It was one of those simple summer nights that feel ordinary while you're living it, but somehow becomes part of how you remember the season. Oh my god, I love those ones. After spending so much of the weekend at home, we were so ready to leave the project behind for a little while. Not a big trip or carefully planned adventure, just a short drive, cold water, and somewhere quiet to sit for a little while. The small escapes have become one of my favorite parts of living here. I'm learning that summer doesn't always have to arrive as a big vacation or something planned weeks in advance. Sometimes an hour outside is enough to make the ordinary weekend feel a bit bigger. And that's what I love about micro-adventures. They don't have to take you far from home, cost a lot of money, or fill an entire day. They are simply a reason to step outside the usual routine and experience something different. It could be a nearby river or creek, it could be a sunset drive, lunch with a pretty view, or a quiet place you've passed hundreds of times but never really stopped to explore. The destination isn't the important part. It's choosing to interrupt your normal rhythm of the week and be present somewhere else for a little while. We only get so many summer evenings. And I don't want to spend all of them waiting for the perfect trip or the perfect plan. Sometimes the smallest adventure is enough to reconnect with the season you're already in. The river water was painfully cold, which was exactly what my feet wanted after a hot weekend. We stayed until the light began to soften without really doing much of anything, and that was exactly the point. I think this season of life is going to be built on weekends like this. Familiar routines that make the house feel more like home, small decisions made for a future we're still imagining, little adventures nearby, and a lot of learning as we go. The backyard still has a long way, but now it has its second tree and a little more of the future that we've been imagining.